Capture specific window. Stardew Valley, there we go. Can we get that captured? Lovely! Lovely, lovely, lovely. Okay. But yeah, today at work was fantastic, I think. I know a lot of people say that they don't, or they think that what I do is quite, we're Charlie, right? We're Charlie? Yeah, we're Charlie. A lot of people say that what I do is very stressful for them, right? Because it involves assisting people with education who have learning challenges such as ADHD, which a lot of people get very, I don't know how to describe it, but it's quite difficult to manage, even for ADHD students. Like, not even students, but like even people with ADHD, like, the condition is literally, it makes things harder to manage. Welcome. Spirits are neutral today, lovely. And the weather? Partially cloudy with some breeze. Oh, let me go ahead and change the stream info here. So let's edit stream info. We are no longer playing Cross the Obelisk, we are playing Stardew. Stardew Valley. Alright, let's go ahead and change this to, after a maddening bout, we are chilling. We be chilling. There we go. Okay, cool. Let me go ahead and add in exclamation mark question. Oops, that's not where that goes. Exclamation point question, exclamation point 8-ball, question. There we go, cool. We be chillin' or we be chillin'? There we go. No, actually, let's go chillin' with our cat. Sure. How about we do that, right? Although, we're probably going to get people coming in saying, hey, where's the cat? I totally want to get a cat at some point as well, by the way. Oh, that's right, we're on this fancy farm. Alright, let's go ahead, get ourselves some water here. Let's go ahead and say hello to the cat. Oh! I discovered a subreddit the other day. I can't remember exactly what it's called, but it's basically cats that meow a lot. Like, cats who are social, cats who, like, meow at you for, like, everything. And it's just such the cutest thing. I adore cats when they meow. It is such, like, a bright spark of, like, you know, living in the reality that we do. Just like a cat who might be communicating whatever the heck it's probably gonna be communicating. But it's just so cute. Even, like, the old scraggly cats, they're just so adorable. Oh, it's bringing a tear to my eye. It's so good. Cats are the best. Cats are amazing. I used to actually have rats as well, honestly. Like, many years ago. Like, this was, like, pre-2017. I think it was, like, 2014, 2015. We used to own rats. And they were all really cool. We actually had rats. Many rats, I think. Oh, we ran out of water? Yeah, we started off with a mouse. Sadly, I can't remember the mouse's name, but the mouse was pretty important to me, even in retrospect, because I didn't really know how to raise an animal like that before, look after an animal like that before. So that was a really good learning experience. And sadly, he came down with a I can't exactly remember what happened. But we traded him in to the pet shop that we got him from. Oh, we have a festival today? We traded him into the pet shop. One of the pet shop owners was like, hey, I'll look after your mouse for you, but in return you're going to have to look after my 2 rats. Oh, we have the egg festival. Cool. But yeah, I traded in the mouse that we had who was poorly for 2 rats. He gave them names, but I can't remember what the original names were, but they were a breeding pair of rats. We had, we ended up naming them Mickey and Ruby. I believe Mickey is the name of the rat that the previous owner gave him. And then the other one we just called Ruby, and she was delightful. She was so good. She ended up having a lot of rat babies. So that was interesting to try and figure out what we wanted to do with it. And this is going to take a bit of a grisly turn. But we actually also had pet snakes as well. They were kept like very distant from each other, of course. Like they never came into contact with each other, you know, because obviously. And at one point we decided, hey, we can save on a bit of money by making ourselves some rat food, right? Because we have a breeding pair of rats. I know. If this isn't like to where you guys want to go, I won't go into too much detail. But after the first time we tried to make snake food, we decided never again. We are never doing this again, both my mother and I. We were like, no, this is like way too emotionally impactful for us. We do not want to do this ever again. So we didn't. And then we ended up having, I think we ended up getting Mickey's spade, I think? I can't remember. No, I think we got Ruby's spade. Use toss rod and eggs. Oh yeah, one mod I want to get working here to the gender bend mod. Probably sounds weird out of context. But I'm like looking at... I don't know how to start this. Oh, I can still speak to you. So typically, like, so I'm heterosexual, right? I don't necessarily want to like. How do I even phrase this? I find that I like to romance the female options more so than the male options in this game. So and I played this game quite a lot, right? So I think the options that we have available to us, excluding Maru, because I've never married Maru, and I don't think I ever will. She's always going to be she's always going to be the final thought, right? In my head about who to marry. But just having more female marryable contenders, villagers, making it sound like a competition. But just having more female characters to marry, I feel like gives me like a lot more variety in what I want to pick, right? I'm sorry if that offends anyone. I honestly didn't mean to be offensive or anything about it. Let's see. Is there anything else we can do here, or anyone else we can speak to? Is the wizard here? Where's Abigail? Abigail's over here. Where is Penny? Penny's up here. Okay, we've spoken to them all. It looks like. Yeah. Okay, let's go ahead and start the egg hunt. Where is he? There he is. Yeah, let's start. Alright, so this egg hunt is a timed thing. Let's go ahead and get an egg hunt done. It's time for the highlight of today's festivities. The annual festival spring egg hunt. Calm down now, kiddos. You're gonna need all your energy if you hope to find the most eggs and take home the exclusive prize. Now, is everyone ready? Let the egg hunt begin! Alright, let's go. We need to find eggs. I don't see any eggs right now. There's an egg over here. Oh man, I feel like we're already losing this. Okay, where's another egg? There's an egg here. Yes, lovely. Oh no, get out of the way, Jas. Okay, there's an egg here. Got that one. There's an egg over here. I believe there is an optimal route to get all of these eggs, but I can't remember what it was. Oh, there's an egg up here. Lovely. How many do we need? I think we need like 8 or 10 in order to succeed. We have 16 seconds left. I know there's some around here. Yeah, there's one over here. There's one in... There's one in Lewis's backyard. Come on, get it. No, get it. Okay, we got it. We have 8. Oh no, I want one more. Oh, we didn't get it. Okay. Did we succeed? I think one of the kids got more than us, right? Oh, okay, good effort. Good effort. Let's see, who wins? In third place, we have Abigail. Wait, Abigail wins? Oh! Oh, I'm actually excited. I thought the kids always won. I'm so happy that Abigail won. Oh my goodness. That's amazing. Good on her. But yeah, anyway. We ended up getting one of the two mice, the two rats spayed, I think. So they didn't have any more babies. And then we ended up just buying our snake food from there on out. Eventually, Ruby developed cancer. Sadly, rats don't live for very long at all. They have such an amazing personality, though. Every one of them is unique. Spirits are very happy today, lovely. We also had another rat called Saffron, who looked like a sewer rat. Like she was just like a scraggly brown rat. And she had so much personality. My mother would usually have her on the computer desk while she was on the computer. And she would just like run around, pick stuff up, hide it behind like so we had like things on the desk that she could hide behind. So she would like grab things like pencils and pens and things like that and just take them and run off with them. It was hilarious. And she also managed to bite a hole through the through like the plastic portion of her vivarium, of her cage, but it wasn't like big. It was like small, right? And she couldn't fit through it. So what she just ended up doing is she just sat at that hole with her head just poking out of this hole, just casually like observing things go by. And it was hilarious. One of our neighbors had a boxer, I think it's a boxer terrier, right? The dog with like a really small tail. What the heck? Tallulah? What was Tallulah doing? Oh, just walking into it, I see. But yeah, our neighbor had a boxer terrier at the time. And the boxer terrier would come by whenever they visited, right? And because the rat's vivarium was on quite a high ledge, the rat would just be looking down, and this boxer terrier would just come up and spend literally the entire hours just staring up at this rat, being like, "What the heck is that? What the heck is that? I don't know what that is." And then we would come by, and you know, the boxer terrier would do that little tail waggle that they try and do, even though they don't really have a tail. It just ends up being a butt waggle. It was so good. But Saffron, that was the rat's name, the brown rat's name. She was a delight. She was a treat. She was everything that we wanted in like a sociable, personable pet. It was great. Sadly, she also developed cancer and she passed away. There's going to be a trend with the rats, by the way. Rats tend to develop cancer and pass away after like 2 years. But yeah, Saffron passed away, and then I think Ruby passed away, and then we got 2 more rats. I think they were called Bubbles and Squeak. Bubbles and Squeak, if my voice can actually say the words. And they were good rats. I don't actually remember too much about them. I know they lived together. They were in the same vivarium. They were like sisters. Oh, hello there, Penny. Hello. The weather's interesting today, don't you think? Sorry. Oh, I should also plant my strawberry seeds here. But yeah, I don't remember too much about Bubbles and Squeak. But they were cool rats, I remember. All the rats that we had were cool. And then they eventually ended up passing away. We still had Mickey, by the way. Mickey still lived at this point. Like, easily outliving Ruby by like twice her lifespan. Which was incredible. We then, I believe we then moved home. And then we got, oh, what was the other one? We got Cinnamon, who was another rat. We ended up naming most of them after, like, spices, I think. We had, Saffron, Cinnamon, and Cinnamon was amazing. Cinnamon was so good. I believe my mother had a bum bag that she would, put Cinnamon in, and Ruby as well, when we had Ruby. What am I doing? I need to plant these. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. There we go. But she would have a bum bag, and she used to go out to, so we live in London, right? And London is pretty big. So we'd used to go to, like, several boroughs over. So a borough is like a part of London. Almost like a region, if you will. Paris has something similar called Paradisement, I think. I can't speak French. But one of my good friends is knows a lot of French and been to Paris, so he told me about how it works over there. What are we doing today? We're just chilling today, honestly, I think. You know what? Let's try and cut some of this grass. But yeah, we end up going to visit my grandparents in another London borough. And my mother would used to drive there. But she would have this bum bag with her as well. And the rats were like super well behaved in this bum bag. It was incredible. They were like so energetic when we were at home. But inside this bum bag, they would just stick their heads out, almost like Saffron did, as I described earlier with the hole in her vivarium. They would just stick their heads out and just enjoy the ride. It was so good. I remember we took Ruby to visit the grandparents when she had cancer. When Ruby had cancer. So that was lovely. She thoroughly enjoyed that. And then, let's see. Who did we have after Cinnamon? I can't even remember who we had after Cinnamon. I feel like we had one more rat after Cinnamon. But I think maybe not, because at that point it's been like, 6 years since we got our first rat. More or less. Other than that, Mickey ended up, like, surpassing all of them. Mickey ended up being the first rat that we ever got, and then the last rat to die. It was insane. Like, he was a Duracell rat. Like, no joke. He lived. He outlived them all. He was the one. We were just there with, like, all of our rats, and we were like, after Mickey passes, we're not getting another rat, I don't think. And then we're like, if Mickey passes. He was just, I don't know what it was. He was just such a healthy rat. He wasn't even that sociable. He was just like a grumpy old man. It was so good. We had a grumpy old man rat. Just like outliving everyone, and it was fantastic. Honestly, it reminds me of my granddad. But yeah. So, moral of the story. Rats are cool. If you have the chance to get a rat, get a rat. Rats are amazing. They are lovely little creatures. The only downside is they don't really live for too long. Unlike cats. But you know, you love them just as much as you'd love a cat. And honestly, I remember in my childhood, I have this friend, right? She is the daughter of one of my mother's friends, so that's how we met. And she hates rats for some reason. And the reason that she provided is she really dislikes their tail. And I thought that was just the weirdest thing at the time. It's like, what's wrong with their tails? Like, sure, it's strange. Like, it's got like, yeah, sure, it's like kind of fuzzy. It's like exposed skin, right? It's like, some sort of like weird leathery texture. It's like weird, right? And then it's like not like entirely flexible, like it's very rigid. I don't know, I think something about it just being like a naked rat tail kind of freaked her the hell out. But she was the only person who I've ever met who has expressed such a dislike for rats. I mentioned we had snakes as well. We looked after quite a few snakes. I think we ended up having a corn snake who we called Tigger, who's basically the snake equivalent to our Mickey. She was the first snake that we ever got and the last snake that passed away. It was amazing. Let's get some tools ready here. Yeah. Let's pick up the axe. Lovely. But yeah, we ended up having a lot of snakes. we had Tigger, who was a orange corn snake, I believe. I think she passed away, what, 2019? 2020? One of the two? I think it was before the lockdown that she passed away. But we had her since like 2013. Or something like that. My memory is very vague on this. If it sounds too unbelievable, believe me, I'm not trying to like lie or anything. I honestly have like just terrible memory when it comes to this stuff. It honestly feels like, you know, lifetimes ago at this point. We're in what, 2022? I no longer live with my parents. I'm, you know, like a independent adult, which is, you know, I still think is like a lie of some kind. I think somebody is like trying to trick me into believing that I'm no longer a child. Let's see. Can we get anything in the community center? Spring forage bundle. So we have... We can't place them here. No, we can't. So we have one... Oh, that's right. That's not the forage bundle. That's... Hold on a second. Craft room. Oh, we've already got the spring forage bundle. Yeah. Okay, we need to get the other one when the month changes. Fish tank? Ooh, we could go fishing. That's something we could do. You guys want to go fishing? Let's see, let's put all of these back. We don't really have too much left of the day, honestly. But let's go ahead and do some fishing. Let's go down to the pier. But yeah, so we had a few snakes. We had Tigger the corn snake. We had, I think we looked after 3 other corn snakes. I think one of them we called Boo, because he was like ghostly in complexion, which was quite apropos considering the stunt that he pulled on us. But I'll get into that in a little bit. I think we had Riffraff and we had someone else. I can't remember what the other snake's name was. We called him Riffraff because he was literally pulled out of a dumpster. And, you know, we looked after him. Oh, is this one lively? This one looks a little lively. Never. He's trying to trick us. But yeah, we had Boo, Riffraff, and we had one more who I can't remember the name of. But they all lived in the same vivarium. We also had Sahara. Now, Sahara was a boa constrictor. And my grandmother absolutely despised snakes. She was, is it ophidiophobia? Ophidophobic or something? She had that phobia. And she would oftentimes stay at our house, right? Like, my mum would give up her bed and my grandma would take it, and my mum would go and sleep on like a spare bed in the lounge. Don't ask me why that happened. It's just the etiquette that my mother had. I think it must have been something to do with growing up in a different country. Oh, I'm not going to tell you which country because I think that's a bit too much personal information that I don't want to share. Oh, we got an anchovy, and we get a geode. Lovely. But yeah, my grandma would used to stay over, and my mother kept the boa constrictor in her room. Like, the vivarium was in her room. It was basically her bedside table, right? It was a really nice vivarium as well. It had everything that a snake wanted in it. Heat mat, you had water bowl, you had like things to climb on, you had like a background picture. It was fantastic. But every time my grandma used to come round, we had to cover up the snake cage, the snake vivarium, so she could not see into it. But she developed this form of morbid fascination with it, which was hilarious. It's like, she doesn't want to see the snake, but she wants to know everything about the snake, right? Which I guess kind of makes sense. If you're scared of, like, you know, a spider or something, you want to know exactly where it is, right? Makes total sense to me, I think, in retrospect. But yeah, I told you that Boo's name was quite apropos. And that's because at one point Boo escaped, and we couldn't find him for like months. And we had no idea where he was. My grandmother came round and stayed over like a couple of times during that time period. So she we told her that, you know, hey, listen, if you see a snake, like, just outside its cage, let us know. We've been trying to find the little bastard for like months at this point. And strangely enough, my grandma still came over and still stayed. So, you know, that was incredible. Was it? I think it was 2012? I can't remember. But yeah, so Boo was like, we had no idea where Boo went. One day we came back from shopping or somewhere, my mother and we opened up the door, but it was stuck. You can see where this is going. The front door was stuck, and this was very strange. So my mother went ahead and, you know, forced it open, and we were like, why is it stuck? It shouldn't be stuck. Did something happen on the inside? Well, we push it open. Let's go ahead and head on back. We push it open, and there's Boo. Boo's just like on the floor, right? He's unharmed. Like, he's perfectly fine. The door got caught on him, but he had no injuries or whatever. We checked and we took him to the vet and everything. He was fine. Turns out, Boo had decided to go into the floorboards, basically. And he came out in front of the door. That's sort of like some pipes that come down from the door. How did you get in here? There were some pipes that came down from like the right side of the door as you leave, right? I think it's to do with central heating and all that. And there was like a tiny little hole where the pipes go through, and he must have slithered out through that tiny ass little hole. So yeah, I mean, that was cool. We got Boo back. Eventually I think we had to sell the 3 corn snakes, because I think they were just, I think we were going through a bit of tough financial times and we just couldn't afford to feed the snakes anymore. So we sold them off to oh, what's the luck today? Good humor, lovely. So we ended up selling them off to a interested party. Oh, we need scarecrow. We need wood, coal, and fiber. We do not have coal, but we have wood and we have fiber. Let's see if we can get some coal. Let's drop this off. Let's pick up our pickaxe. Okay. Now let's just break some rocks. But yeah. And then Sahara, we kept Sahara until she sadly ended up passing away. That was the last snake my mother had apart from Tigger. Sadly then, you know, I think about a year later my mother ended up passing away, so I ended up looking after everyone, including the cats, the snakes. It was a bit of a rough time for me, honestly. So I actually lived, so I'm like, you know, I'm not as young as I would like to be. I basically just turned 30. You know, the big 30. And I feel like if my mother didn't pass away, I would have ended up being, you know, a 30-year-old. It's a bit embarrassing to say it, but I'm going to say it anyway. But I ended up being, like, I would have ended up being like a 30-year-old virgin living in my mother's basement, even though we don't have a basement. Oh, we got coal. Lovely. If she didn't pass away. Now I'm, you know, 30 years old and I live on my own. Let's go ahead and grab these. It's been quite a development, honestly, in the years that have happened since. And it's just, I don't think I've given it too much time to actually, like, reflect and talk to someone else about, like, you know, what's happened. I know a lot of people... Okay, what is this? Most crops only grow in one season. When summer arrives... Oh, okay. Granny Evelyn gave us a little tip. Lovely. Alright, let's get a scarecrow. Lovely. Here we go. I think we may need another scarecrow for up here. Doop. Doop. Here we go. Plant it on the shore right here. Lovely. Hopefully it doesn't scare the fish away. Let's go ahead and water our crops. But yeah, it's quite an experience, honestly. Literally nothing like it. You think that this type of stuff can never happen to you, right? Like, I don't know how many people will end up watching this who are, you know, adults in their like early, mid or late 20s, or even like early, mid or late 30s. They're still living with their mother. They play video games all day, and they really don't see themselves having a job. That's who I was before life took over. And you really don't like think about what happens like if, you know, the parent who provides for you passes away, right? Ooh, potatoes, lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely potatoes. But, you know, hopefully it doesn't happen to any, and I really hope it doesn't happen to any of you. But I guess one thing I do want to say about it is, even if it does happen to you, heavens forbid, and I hope that every one of you had like a wonderful life and, you know, doesn't have to go through, you know, intense hardship and struggles. That might be a little bit not appropriate for me to say. I don't know. I feel like to a certain extent hardship and struggle is essential to living a good life. Like you have to go through, you know, struggles in order to actually advance, right? Like if the things that happened to me didn't happen to me, I probably wouldn't be able to, you know, work at a school and help out children, right, who need it. Like children who have issues with the educational system because of, you know, issues that they were born with or issues that have developed neurologically in them. Oh, you managed to watch my last stream VOD? Ooh, fantastic. Thank you so much for doing that. What did you think of it? What was that one? That one was D&D. Oh, you get D&D spoilers, huh? Let's see, I don't think we can get across this bridge right now. Are there any loot around here? No. Can we go into here? Proven adventurers only. I see. Let's see. I don't think we want to do this just yet. Let's go and say hi to some people. I think we should go and say hi to some people. We have a daffodil. From what I remember, we were trying to think of a name for someone. Yeah, that would be the Drow Matriarch. That is correct. I believe I had a poll up for that. Did you have something to add to that? I would love to hear your input, especially considering you're one of my players. Don't worry, I'll carry on the topic about being, you know, a 30-year-old virgin or whatever, living in your mother's basement in a minute. Oh, Harvey! Hello, Harvey! We sell a few over-the-counter medicines at the clinic. Feel free to stop by if you're feeling exhausted. I know that being a farmer is pretty tiring work, don't overdo it. Alright, let's go ahead and pick up the salmon berries. I want to try and find Haley. Where's Haley at this time of day? Alright, come on girl, where are you? Where you at? She's not in her room. Emily's here. Have I told you Haley and I are sisters? Strange, isn't it? Yeah, it's a little strange. Oh, that's Vincent. Is Haley out here? Please tell me Haley's out here. Is she taking photos? Is she gonna blank us? Oh, Haley is out here. Lovely. Let's go ahead and distract her with this daffodil. Plot executed successfully. Let's go. Is Leah around as well? Knock knock. Okay. Leah's one of the tricky ones to go and meet. She tends to stay inside her hut for quite a while, and you need to get her hearts up to 2 before you can even go into there. Oh, let's go ahead and... Oh, I don't have my scythe with me. That's alright. Let's go ahead and put some stuff in the place up here, the community center. But yeah, yeah, you don't, like, I think it might be a thing when you're young, right? You don't honestly expect tragedy to happen to you because you, like, never expect it, right? You don't know what to do. Like, you've literally never experienced anything like it before, right? So if someone like your parent passes away or something like... Oh, did I get rid of all my parsnips? Please tell me I didn't. I probably sold them all, didn't I? Darn it. Okay, we need to get some more. But yeah, like, when my mum passed away, it was unlike anything else I've ever experienced. But the thing that literally got me through it, and the thing that I would advise for everyone else... Oh, Leah, hello! The trees look nice today, don't they? Spending time in nature is very rewarding. Oh, lovely. You know what? Here's a salmon berry. No. Salmon berry. Aw. This is the simple things in life, right? Here we go. Parsnip seed. Let's get, like, 3. Cool. What else do we need? Beans, cauliflower, potatoes. I think we need cauliflower. Let's go ahead and get, like, 1 cauliflower seed. Yeah. But yeah, the thing... Grief, everyone deals with grief differently. So my advice is probably not going to work for anyone else. Or many other people, should I say. It'll probably work for some people, but not everyone. Is to try and take it one day at a time. It does feel overwhelming. Embrace that. And, like, be honest with other people. Like, when I... when it happened to me, I was in the middle of university. I was in, like, not the middle, I was in my last year of university, right? So let's go ahead and get the cauliflower seed, and let's put the parsnips down. And I literally couldn't, like, continue on with the course because, you know, it goes without saying, right? Have I watered these? I have. So I ended up trying to do the year. I ended up failing. But I continued with it with the university being like, hey, like, we understand what's going on. Like, we are offering you, you know, the rest of the year off so that you can come back next year for free. And that was, like, super cool of them. I ended up taking it. But I ended up still, like, going to the classes and doing whatever work I could, even though I wouldn't get graded for it. Like, I still attended the exam. They still signed me up for it. And I still tried, right? But that's because, you know, I wanted to have it distract me. Let's see. But the thing I'd recommend is take it one step at a time. Deal with literally what's in front of you at the day, right? And if you can't really deal with it because of emotions are serious, then you know, take care of yourself. Like, give yourself time, give yourself space. What I'd recommend. And it will take time. Like, it's not the reality that you want, right? It's not the reality that you wanted or you expected to have. If it were up to you, like, if it were up to me, like, I would still, like, you know, have my parent around. I would still be, like, you know, living the lap of luxury where all I need to do every day is play video games. Although, you know, probably can't extend that to the age of 30. Maybe you can, maybe you can't. Let's see. Community center, pantry. So we got those two. We just need cauliflower and parsnip. We can sell the rest. Yeah. I can't remember. I feel like there was something else that we were talking about a bit earlier that I can't quite remember. Liger, did you have anything that you wanted to add onto this, Ooh. You're thinking maybe Iskra. Ooh, Iskra. That could be a good name, I think. Matriarch Iskra of the, what's her name? The Phylanthy? Iskra Phylanthy. I kind of like the sound of that. Thank you very much for your suggestion. That's a super good name. Meow? No meow. Okay. How did he get here? Do I have 2 cats? Okay. He must just teleport. Alright, let's go ahead and head to sleep for the night. Here we go. But yeah, from rats to snakes to grief to where we are now. I think what I really want to do is I just want to try and give a bit of like advice or context for people in similar situations for me. And that's all you remember from the spoilers because fish brain. No problem. I wouldn't advise you to stay here if I didn't think that it was a problem that you were here. If that made any sense. Gonna be clear and sunny all day. Fortune teller. Spirits are in good humor. Lovely. Ooh, look at that. Our garden is ready. I've got some new items in stock, a deluxe fishing pole, and some bait. Thank you, Willie. Ooh, another one. Hope you're feeling settled in your new home. Pierre is selling fertilizers. Okay. Let's go and pick up our forage. Honestly, I don't know what I can give for advice beyond that. I can just tell you what worked for me. And then I ended up spending like several years working at a job that I really didn't like. But I felt, you know, still obligated to get it done. Because I literally would have lost the house if I didn't have an income. Let's get dandelions in. I do want to keep the daffodils. So that I can give them to Haley. Get rid of the wild horseradish. And I think that's everything. Is anything else growing here? Or ready to pick, should I say? Does not look like it. That's okay. Let's pick up this leek. But yeah. Those, man, working that job that I used to work before this. It was a low-paying job. It was a fast food job. It was a nightmare. I'm also hearing sensitive, so being in a very loud kitchen was honestly like not good for me at all. But I still ended up, you know, staying there for several years. And honestly, at times felt like I could not like even get another job. Like at that point, I did have a degree, right? But I felt like I, you know, was unable to go and apply myself out in the real world. I still feel that way, honestly. Like, if I were told to go, you know, apply for another job again, I'd probably be in the exact same situation I was back before I started working at the school I work at now. Let's get the axe. And let's just clear some trees. We can go on for a little bit longer. But yeah, do you guys have any advice that you'd give to people in... well, just like any situation. What advice would you give to someone who is currently going through similar things to you in life, right? That could be an interesting question to ask. Whymulet-styled question of the day, I think. What advice would you give to others going through similar things as you in the past? I don't even know how you would phrase that efficiently. How would you phrase that efficiently? Sometimes you just gotta take the leap. Yeah. First thing that makes me question though is like, when is the leap, right? How do you know when you need to make the leap? I guess it's just one of those things that you know when it happens, right? And as unsatisfying as that sounds, I think it's honestly the best way. The best way to know. I feel like it would also make a fantastic tattoo. Well, I say a fantastic one, but... What type of people... I feel like there's a type of people that get life advice tattooed onto them, right? It's not just like everyone who does that. I feel like it's a very certain type of people. But I don't know what that type of people are. Well, I guess for starters it would be tattooed people, right? I mean, that's a no-brainer. I don't think I ever really want a tattoo. My granddad is like plastered with tattoos. He's such a cool dude. Go ahead and pick this up. I don't know, I just think inking your skin is, I don't know. I don't want to... Oh, it's Haley. Haley, go. Haley. There you go. There we go. Now get out of here before she recognizes me. Okay, what birthday do we have coming up? Oh, we missed Haley's birthday? Her birthday was after the Egg Festival. Oh, darn it. Okay, let's see. Haley still only got one heart. Oh, we need to speak to her. I want to get her to like 2 hearts, so that then I think I can dance with her. Nice makeup. Oh wait, are you even wearing any? I'm bored. That's a compliment, right? Are you even wearing any makeup? But she leads it with nice makeup. I think that's a compliment. You take the leap when your gut tells you to. Yeah. Welcome to Pierre's, how can I help you? Oh no, here comes trouble. Oh, it is getting late. I'm 20 minutes over stream. Come and get it, folks. Coupons for 50% off your purchase at JojaMart. 50%? Look at him waving it. Well, any takers? Oh, wow. You're all jerks. Don't let the corporate conglomerate get to your souls. But I can't match those prices. I'd be selling at a loss. It must be so difficult for you to lose your loyal customers like that. But can you blame them? Joja Corporation is clearly the superior choice. Soon the whole town will realize that. Wow. They really pose him out to be a bad guy, don't they? Guess there has to be someone bad in Stardew Valley. Ugh, I am not in the mood right now. I said I'm not in a good mood. What do you want? I want to go through your dialogue, girl. I do all my grocery shopping here. I do, okay. Cool. We don't need to be here anymore. Wait, do we? Why did we even go in there? We went in there for a reason. I think I'll take that as a sign that my brain is going to mush. Don't mind my husband, George. He isn't very friendly to strangers. If you get to know him better, he'll warm up to you. I'm sure you two could be good friends one day. Since you're so interested in my husband, I'll let you in on a little secret. He really likes leeks. You can find them in the mountains this time of year. We don't have any leeks on us. Alright, let's go ahead and see if we can say hello to Penny. And then we will call it a day, I think. Ooh. Alright, open this up. Oh, Penny's over here, lovely. Hello, Penny. I'm tutoring Vincent and Jas today. They're a handful, but it's nice to make a difference in someone's life. It honestly is. Yeah. I'm actually teaching some classes now. I'm what is it? I'm only a teaching assistant, so I'm not really teaching like big classes or anything. But I'm teaching classes that help children to spell, like children like under I think it's under 13 years old. Are you prepared for death and destruction tomorrow? I mean, death and destruction will happen, sure. I don't think I really need to prepare for it. Liger is talking about the D&D game that we have tomorrow, which is Tomb of Annihilation. It is Tomb of Annihilation, right? I'm pretty sure it is. I think we're currently exploring the final dungeon. I'm pretty sure it's the final dungeon. It's the one with all the traps in it. And that's going to take a while. So yeah, I think I'm prepared for it. I don't even know exactly where we are. We just went to a new floor, right? If I remember. We went to... what was it? We got a new... so, minor spoilers, or well, major spoilers for Tomb of Annihilation. If you guys want to mute yourself. Or, not mute yourself, but mute me for the time being. Pretty much to the final place. Yeah. Pretty much. I thought we were... I mean, yeah, I guess the final place is like the bottom of the temple, the tomb, or whatever. But yeah, I think we just got one of the other deities, like we freed one of the deities. And now we're doing something. I can't exactly remember all the details. Ooh, we haven't picked up this. Charlie, wait for my return on the dawn of your 3rd year, Grandpa. Pick that up. Pick this up. Nice. Alright, and let's see... oh, we don't have enough energy, do we? We could probably do like one casting of the rod. But yeah, I think so. I think I'm ready. Most of my energy recently has been devoted to Elos though, because, I'm the game master for Elos. Trying to figure out what exactly to do in it. These things take time. I can't imagine how long it takes the Wizards of the Coast professionals to write an adventure, right? It takes a long time even considering that. Alright, that took 11... oh man, yeah, that's the only casting we can get. But yeah, I think the real question, Liger, is are you ready? And if so, how are you readying? What are you doing to get yourself prepared for tomorrow? What I am doing is I am trying to ignore that tomorrow is going to happen until it happened, and then I'm like, oh, I'm here already. Don't let it worry you, right? Not that it's really worrying me at all. Oh, we still need to get these geodes cracked. That's okay, we can get that done another time. Right, let's dump that in there. And I think this would be a good time to go to rest. Yeah. Ooh, okay. Before I hit this, let's go ahead and see who is online. Doop, doop. Maybe I don't raid anyone today. It takes all your energy for the weekends. That's why during the weeks you're just dead. Does D&D actually take energy out of you? I think for me, D&D... it's a little bit of a drain, I think, on me. But, it's not too much of a bother. Like, in terms of, like, overall energy gain, I think it's like a negative 0.2 or whatever out of 10. I am excited to move on from, what is it? Trial and Waterdeep. Or the Waterdeep Dragon Heist game that we're running. Yeah, let's go to sleep for the night. Alright, we leveled up our foraging skill. And we get, 1,000 gold from foraging. I mean, that's because we picked up all of our stuff, right? All the stuff that was growing. Alright. So, I don't think we're going to be raiding anyone today. But that's okay. Let's see what's new in here. Advancement done. Gonna probably have to pick that up again later. And I think next time... let's see. Yeah, I think next time... oh, let's see. for how I play my characters, it takes a lot of energy to play how they would act. Yeah, I get that. Especially for when I played, so I had a slime girl character who was an artificer. Her name was Bestow, as in like you bestow something on someone. She's kind of like a high energy character. So, you know, those types of characters do take it out of me a little bit. Now I'm playing sort of like an Owlin Batman character, basically. Who is like super efficient with how they, well, I say super efficient. They don't talk a lot, but when they do talk, it's, you know, somewhat cryptic. But yeah, that type of character is not really as much of a problem to play. But yeah, okay. Yeah, let's exit the title. Alright, cool. So thank you guys very much for coming by and stopping in to say hello. I'm sorry that we couldn't get the madness runs to work, but you know, we give it a go, and the more we learn, the better. The more we experience, the more we learn, the better we become. So it's slow progress, it's a slow roll. But anyway, I think that's going to be it for today's stream. Let's see. Thank you to the chatters today. Thank you to Xanth11 during the Across the Obelisk portion of the stream for stopping by and engaging in chat. Thank you very much to Liger for stopping by and chatting. Hope you guys all had a wonderful time. Hope you guys all have a wonderful evening or afternoon. I think it's still afternoon in America, right? Or in some parts. And depending on where you are in the world, I wish you all a lovely day. Alright, not going to be rating anyone today, so I hope you all have a wonderful time. Talk to you later, and peace out.